Helps if I turn my microphone on. What's up, cool people? My name's Matt, aka that random Christian gamer, who randomly forgets to turn on his microphone, apparently. Anyway, okay. Welcome to today's stream. We're going to be kicking it off with some Bible study, starting our look at 2nd Chronicles. We finished 1st Chronicles last week. And then after going through the first 2 chapters of 2nd Chronicles today, then we'll continue our journey through Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm playing on Proud Mode this time since I had already done a public playthrough in it's like normal mode, standard, I think is what they call it in the game. I didn't really say much about this, like, because I didn't really plan it going into the playthrough, but I did also tweak the experience just a little bit by, like, essentially cutting off some of the attacks that are available. They're called attractions in the game. They literally look like rides from probably from like a Disney park, but those can get to be a bit much, and in some ways a bit overpowered in like regular battles, especially having them available like nearly all the time. So I was like, you know what, there's enough other stuff, I'm gonna get rid of that and stick with still the wide range of other things that could potentially happen, the other attacks that could potentially be available in the game. But anyway, I digress. You might notice, if you weren't here in yesterday's live stream, that the background behind me is different. I just, like a week ago, not even exactly, got moved into my new apartment situation here. So I'm still kind of figuring things out a little bit with the stream setup and how to manage all that and how I want to configure everything. But the idea I have in mind is that eventually back here behind me, I will maybe have a stand with some of the like collectible things that I had back there while I was like crashing at my parents' place for a few months, and maybe up above that some posters, maybe a couple of the smaller posters on this wall over here. But I need to make sure that that's okay with the landlord before I put any posters up. Either way, this is the bare minimum, so it can, hopefully it'll only get better from here, aesthetically. But that's all I got for now as far as any sort of updates and what's coming up. So let me go ahead, run that early Twitch ad break, because it'll run soon anyway. And then we'll hop into some Bible study. So Twitch folks, I'll see you in a bit. Okay. Meanwhile, I will... Yep, that's not what I want. So, here's the gaming scene now. I shifted things to the opposite side because I'm going to be looking over this way for my TV. Like, that's just kind of where my gaming stuff is right now in the setup. So then, kind of chat stuff for me is mostly going to be looking over here, almost directly in front of me. Bible study, I'm looking this way now. Stuff is kind of flipped from what it was with the previous arrangement. But I think that makes it actually more like it was when I was in Texas. With the exception of the TV being on that side, because it was on my right down in Texas. But yeah, So, there's there's the breakdown of how things look from my perspective. Also, some people might think open door behind me is weird. There's nothing weird back there. I just have that open because that's where the air conditioning unit is. And I would like to have access to the air conditioning while I stream. Otherwise, I'm going to get hot and sweaty and uncomfortable and just bleh. At least for this time of the year. Okay. Ad break is done. I think we're about ready to hop in. Oh, yeah. One other thing. I'm back to having actual microphone stand. So, microphone will be a little bit closer to me, and I probably won't have as many concerns about not being loud enough because of being too far away from the microphone. But, anywho, okay. I suppose it's about time we get started with the Bible study here. Alright, so we begin our journey through 2nd Chronicles now, but before I do a quick recap of 1st Chronicles, well, really 1st and 2nd Chronicles is basically written to the exiles of Israel, probably more specifically those living within the Babylonian Empire, given the timing and whatnot. And it's essentially a reminder / recap of how they got into their current situation, and then maybe stemming from that, they can actually take action and figure out how to move on and actually, get back to how things were supposed to be. At least make their situation better. So, 1st Chronicles actually started at the very beginning. There was a bunch of genealogy. Then it kind of got up to, like, the first couple of kings of Israel, and then it started getting significantly more detailed. I guess maybe in the mind of Ezra, that's where things kind of really started to look promising and then fairly quickly break down. Ezra is, I believe, the author of 1st and 2nd Chronicles. But anyway, so yeah, it covered, 1st Chronicles covered Saul briefly, and then a bunch of David. A lot of temple preparations and planning and things related to that. So, kind of at the end of 1st Chronicles, it was David literally handing Solomon the plans for the temple, giving kind of one last motivational speech to at least all the leadership of Israel. And that's kind of where we're at now. Solomon's king. Temple's presumably about to be built. And then we hop in here in 2nd Chronicles chapter 1. Solomon, son of David, took firm control of his kingdom, for the Lord his God was with him and made him very powerful. Solomon called together all the leaders of Israel, the generals and captains of the army, the judges, and the political and clan leaders. Then he led the entire assembly to the place of worship in Gibeon, for God's tabernacle was located there. This was the tabernacle that Moses, the Lord's servant, had made in the wilderness. Okay, I'm pausing recording real quick. It seems like something's... I don't know why my music wants to just play the same song over and over again. Let me go ahead and close that out, and I realized it's actually showing over top of my live chat here. Glad I paused the recording. That would be awkward to show. I'd be editing that out anyway. Okay, let's try this again. It's set to shuffle. The repeating thing should only apply to one song. Or, sorry, not apply to one song. The repeating feature should apply to, like, the whole playlist when shuffle is on. Let me go ahead and skip to the end of that song and see if it still does that weird thing. Where it's... Nope, now it's changing songs. Okay. I think we're good then. Alright. Back to what we were doing. Okay. So... Now, it mentions God's tabernacle here, like, that... Before the temple existed, there was the tabernacle. And that was, like, the main hub of worship for Israel up until the temple was built. So, of course, Solomon gathers the people there because there's stuff from the tabernacle that they need to put into the eventual temple that's built. Now, it says, back in verse 1, that God was with Solomon and made him very powerful. I mean, him, I think, more so means his kingdom. David did a bunch of conquering before Solomon, and that really kind of set the stage for a time of peace in Israel where they could actually, dedicate the necessary time and attention to building the temple. So Solomon calls the leaders together and is presumably gonna start getting things ready to build the temple. Note there, generals and captains. Hebrew says commanders of thousands and of hundreds. Similar idea. I guess the number of troops they commanded was more indicative of their rank back in those times, or at least specifically for ancient Israel. Note there, God's tabernacle. Hebrew says the tent of meeting, which that's just kind of another way to refer to it. It was, I guess, specifically you could say the tent of meeting the Lord. Alright, so Solomon calls the leaders together, takes them to Gibeon because the tabernacle's there. And then we get to verse 4. David had already moved the Ark of God from Kiriath Jearim to the tent he had prepared for it in Jerusalem. But the bronze altar made by Bezalel, son of Uri, and grandson of Hur, was there at Gibeon in front of the tabernacle of the Lord. So Solomon and the people gathered in front of it to consult the Lord. There in front of the tabernacle, Solomon went up to the bronze altar in the Lord's presence and sacrificed 1,000 burnt offerings on it. Alright, so sacrificing 1,000 burnt offerings as an appeal to the Lord, probably to, seek God's blessing on this, and or, as it mentioned a little bit earlier, to seek his guidance and direction, for lack of a better way to put it. So, yeah, the bronze altar was kind of an important thing for the offerings in particular. So obviously they need to go get that. And I wonder if they were then going to bring it to the tent where the Ark of the Covenant was, just to not have those things separated. And they're both then kind of like on standby to be placed in their proper locations in the temple. But anyway, note there in verse 5, That's as in the Greek version and Latin Vulgate. Masoretic text reads, he placed instead of what? But the bronze altar... Maybe it would just read, but the bronze altar he placed there at Gibeon. Okay. Just trying to figure out what the grammar would have been like with that wording in the note there. But yeah, So yeah, that getting the bronze altar seems to be at least a big reason why they went to Gibeon. Now, at the end of verse 5, that note says the Hebrew reads as to consult him rather than the Lord. This is just being more specific who the him is. But it's kind of implied, like Solomon, the people gathered in front of it, being the bronze altar, to consult him. The previous him that would have been mentioned was the Lord. So grammatically, that just tracks with what the him would have been in the original Hebrew. But anyway, okay, on to verse 7. Okay, this chapter's not all that long. I was like, maybe I should stop pausing so much to explain things, but we're doing all right on time. That night God appeared to Solomon and said, "What do you want? Ask, and I will give it to you." Solomon replied to God, "You showed great and faithful love to David my father, and now you have made me king in his place. O Lord God, please continue to keep your promise to David my father, for you have made me king over a people as numerous as the dust of the earth. Give me the wisdom and knowledge to lead them properly, for who could possibly govern this great people of yours?" So, I think this was covered before, possibly back in 1 Kings, somewhere around there. But, like, God asks Solomon what he wants. Doesn't specify. Just asks Solomon what he wants. And Solomon, being a newly instated king, and just recently hearing all these, all this encouragement from his father, and all this stuff that's about to happen that has been planned by David for years at least, if not decades. Solomon's like, I got a tough task ahead of me. Give me the smarts, give me the wisdom to handle this properly. So Hebrews says to go out and come in before this people rather than the wisdom and knowledge to lead them properly. Which I think the wording here in the, main text is pretty much the general gist of what the Hebrew says. Going out and coming in before the people was probably just another way of saying, to lead them. So, fair enough. So Solomon is asking God for the ability to lead them well, especially the wisdom, discernment, knowledge, all that, to lead the people well. And then we get to verse 11. God said to Solomon, "Because your greatest desire is to help your people, and you did not ask for wealth, riches, fame, or even the death of your enemies or a long life, but rather you asked for wisdom and knowledge to properly govern my people, I will certainly give you the wisdom and knowledge you requested. But I will also give you wealth, riches, and fame such as no other king has had before you or will ever have in the future." Okay. Real quick. Rimjilla on YouTube. Hello, welcome to the chat. Can't really give you a physical hug, but like virtual. There you go. Rimjilla. Anyway. I hope you're doing well. My brain for a second was stuck on, do I say, hope you're doing well, or how are you doing, or whatever. But anyway, welcome. I do hope you're doing well. Feel free to let me know how you're doing. I am in the middle of recording things and doing Bible study stuff here, so, like, if you just don't be surprised if I take a little extra time to respond to anything you put in the chat. Alright. So, Solomon asks for wisdom from God. God's like, good answer. And since you've asked for the wisdom to lead my people, my chosen people, I'm definitely going to give you that. Like, that's no issue. In fact, I like your answer so much, I'm going to give you all these other things you didn't ask for as well, but that you probably want. Like, because who doesn't want wealth, riches, and fame to some extent? Some people might say that they don't want it, but really they don't want any of the negative things that they know tend to come with that. Such as, like, lacking privacy, or people bothering them for money, or other things of that sort. But if we could have the benefits of the wealth without the downsides, I'm sure pretty much any of us would want that to some effect. So God's here like, alright, I'm going to give you what you asked for, but I'm also going to give you these other things that you didn't ask for that I know you kind of want anyway. Okay, then we get to verse 13. Then Solomon returned to Jerusalem from the tabernacle at the place of worship in Gibeon, and he reigned over Israel. Solomon built up a huge force of chariots and horses. He had 1,400 chariots and 12,000 horses. He stationed some of them in the chariot cities and some near him in Jerusalem. The king made silver and gold as plentiful in Jerusalem as stone, and valuable cedar timber was as common as the sycamore fig trees that grow in the foothills of Judah. Solomon's horses were imported from Egypt and from Cilicia. The king's traders acquired them from Cilicia at the standard price. At that time, chariots from Egypt could be purchased for 600 pieces of silver, and horses for 150 pieces of silver. They were then exported to the kings of the Hittites and the kings of Aram. I would think not the ones that were meant to go to Solomon specifically were exported there. That might have just been where they were commonly traded to. I don't know. Or maybe those trades with the Hittites and Arameans was kind of where the standard prices mentioned here were sort of derived from. So I guess we get a little more detail now on what it was mentioned in the first verse, that, you know, God made him very powerful. Because, yeah, having a lot of horses and chariots goes quite a ways to a strong army in that time. So, it doesn't say actually that they took the altar to Jerusalem with them. It just says that Solomon returned to Jerusalem after those events in Gibeon happened, with making the offerings and then, you know, getting the wish from God. you could say. And then there's also, having all this gold and silver. Like, wealth can be a form of power too, as we see very easily in the modern day. And, like, power isn't necessarily just physical might, it could also be influence. So, wealth definitely helps, or adds to that kind of power. But, notes here, verse 14. Okay, could be chariots and charioteers rather than horses. I mean, I gotta say, 1,400 chariots. I mean, well, not necessarily all the horses would have been used in chariots per se. Like, that's not necessarily the case. Charioteers presumably would have been used, with the chariots. But you could have had a rotating schedule of them. See, the thing is, that footnote mentions that word also being used in the second part of verse 14 here. But it doesn't say anything about that being the same word in, like, verse 16. So, maybe if it's that way in the original Hebrew, the translators were like, hold up, why are we talking about charioteers here and horses there? Although, I mean, it could be... because it's slightly different. I mean, obviously you need horses to pull the chariots. But having that many horses per chariot seems like a lot. I mean, I don't know. I shouldn't speak on that like I have deep knowledge of how many horses they typically use per chariot, or how many charioteers were typical per chariot. But anyway, point is, bunch of chariots, a lot of animals and or people to, run the chariots. And a lot of wealth, lots of stuff. Lots of power. In various ways. Okay. The note there at the end of verse 15, the Hebrew reads the Shephelah rather than the foothills of Judah. Same thing, that was just more so the Hebrew name for that area. Calling it the foothills of Judah maybe gives a little bit more context for the average reader, even just geographically where it was. Okay, so horses were imported from Egypt, probably Muzar, a district near Cilicia. So when it mentions Egypt here, it's also that same word, probably that same place. But that just tells me it was probably like on the northern edge of Egypt, probably. Because wasn't Cilicia like elsewhere in the Mediterranean Sea? Maybe my memory's not quite right on that. Anyway, and instead of Cilicia there, Hebrew says Q or Kue. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Probably another name for Cilicia. Possibly derived from a different language or people group. 600 pieces of silver. Note there mentions that it was shekels, which would be about 15 pounds. or 6.8 kilograms. And probably the note here at 150 pieces was also shekels, and it gives the weights. So yeah, the chariots clearly cost more than the horses, which I suppose makes sense, because people have to actually build the chariots. Horses, not so much. Just gotta feed them, really. So, yeah. There is kind of what seems to be the start of Solomon's reign as king, as told here in 2 Chronicles chapter 1. I'm sure we'll continue from there with more of him. But I think that'll wrap up that chapter. And then we'll move on to chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 2 also isn't super long, 18 verses. I suppose we'll hop right in then. Okay, 2 Chronicles chapter 2. Last chapter was pretty much David going to Gibeon to make offerings at the bronze altar that was at the tabernacle, since the temple hadn't been built yet, seeking God's favor, God's wisdom, especially his wisdom, because God even comes to him in a dream that night, or a vision or something like that, asks Solomon what he wants, and Solomon asks for wisdom. So God's like, okay, good answer. I'm going to give you a bunch of other stuff too. So Solomon becomes wealthy and powerful and famous. Eventually. Not necessarily right then, but God has promised to give him those things. And then you get an example at the end of that chapter of some of his power and wealth by just noting how plentiful gold and silver were, how many chariots and horses and things like that he was able to get to add to the power of Israel. But after the time in Gibeon, Solomon returns to Jerusalem to, take a seat on the throne and rule the kingdom. And then we get to chapter 2 here. So here we go. There's a note here right off the bat. Verse 2:1 is numbered 118 in the Hebrew text. So this would have actually been at the end of the previous chapter. But my guess is it makes more sense here. Well, we can read this and then you can form your own opinions of whether it belongs in this chapter or the previous one better. But anyway, okay, here we go. Solomon decided to build a temple to honor the name of the Lord, and also a royal palace for himself. He enlisted a force of 70,000 laborers, 80,000 men to quarry stone in the hill country, and 3,600 foremen. Solomon also sent this message to King Hiram at Tyre. Send me cedar logs as you did for my father David when he was building his palace. I am about to build a temple to honor the name of the Lord my God. It will be a place set apart to burn fragrant incense before him, to display the special sacrificial bread, and to sacrifice burnt offerings each morning and evening, on the Sabbaths, at new moon celebrations, and at the other appointed festivals of the Lord our God. He has commanded Israel to do these things forever. Okay, pausing there for a sec. The note is... The message is a bit long, so I'll probably be breaking it up into a couple of pieces. Okay, so, yeah. Solomon's looking to build a temple. I love how it specifies that Solomon decided to build a temple. As if there hadn't been a bunch of hype. around this. I mean, technically he could have decided not to do it. You don't have to necessarily do what your father or the previous king says. But I mean, come on. Like, seems like a bit of a foregone conclusion, in my opinion. But still, I guess maybe the word decided here is more like okay. Then after this, Solomon was like actually ready to start doing this thing. So he gets all these laborers. Now, these are clearly not, like, these laborers are clearly for something specific beyond, you know, quarrying stone in the hill country and that kind of stuff, because the quarrymen outnumber the laborers. So the laborers might have been more specifically for, like, actually putting the stuff in place and doing the actual building part. Whereas the whole quarrying stone was just, you know, like, getting the blocks from whatever piece of rock they were chipping it out of. And then transporting all that. And then, of course, the foremen kind of supervise everything. Oh, yeah. So then, note there just mentions, because of verse 1 being at the end of the previous chapter in the Hebrew text, the rest of this chapter is verses 1 through 17 in the Hebrew text. So then we get to Solomon's message to the king of Tyre. Now, Hebrew says Huram rather than Hiram. Still, pretty close. Considered a variant spelling. It's only one letter off, and ancient Hebrew was a very different language. So he's asking this king for cedar to build the temple, essentially. And then he states the intended use of this temple, maybe in part to be like, all right, I'm not building something that's going to be a threat to you. This is for our God, for making offerings and things like that. And then, continuing this address to King Hiram, we go on in verse 5. This must be a magnificent temple, because our God is greater than all other gods. But who can really build him a worthy home? Not even the highest heavens can contain him. So who am I to consider building a temple for him, except as a place to burn sacrifices to him? So send me a master craftsman who can work with gold, silver, bronze, and iron, as well as with purple, scarlet, and blue cloth. He must be a skilled engraver who can work with the craftsmen of Judah and Jerusalem, who were selected by my father David. Also send me cedar, cypress, and red sandalwood logs from Lebanon, for I know that your men are without equal at cutting timber in Lebanon. I will send my men to help them. An immense amount of timber will be needed, for the temple I am going to build will be very large and magnificent. In payment for your woodcutters, I will send 100,000 bushels of crushed wheat, 100,000 bushels of barley, 110,000 gallons of wine, and 110,000 gallons of olive oil. And thus ends Solomon's address to King Hiram. So, I guess if this part here in verse 5 describing the temple, it's like, look, we need this thing to be like the best thing ever. Period. And even at that, it's still gonna pale in comparison to the majesty of our God. But, like, point is, we want to make it the best we can. So we're gonna need a lot of wood here. Plenty of Now, the initial... Yeah, the initial mention was cedar logs. But then later on it mentions cedar, cypress, and red sandalwood. Some of that might have been for more specific purposes, like certain pieces of the construction or certain things that were being built that were... Anyway. Tangent / digressing. So yeah. He's reaching out to King Hiram because he's like, all right, I know your guys are the best at getting wood especially from Lebanon. I'm going to send my men to go help, but your guys are going to be running that whole operation because you all know how it works and what's the best way to do it. And he also asks for, it says a master craftsman who could do all these different things, working with gold, silver, bronze, iron, although that's all metalworking in general, so those are kind of more directly related. Working with the different kinds of cloth, a bit of a break off from that. Also a skilled engraver. Now, the way it's worded makes it sound like this is all one person who's good at all these things. Which, I'm not saying that's impossible. It's just... Seems like a very specific kind of person that Solomon's asking for here. Now, so back when the tabernacle was being built and all the instruments therein, if I recall correctly, Moses had a similarly skilled person kind of like heading up, overseeing, giving direction on the entire operation of building the tabernacle and the furniture and instruments therein. So maybe that is part of the reason Solomon wants like one guy who knows it all to kind of oversee all of this stuff. Because then you can have one consistent vision throughout all of it. Or at least it's a lot easier to then have one consistent vision throughout. Note there it's cedar, cypress, and red sandalwood. Specifically related to the red sandalwood, I guess it could be read as juniper. Hebrew reads algum, perhaps a variant spelling of almug. So that could also be found in 2 Chronicles 9, 10, and 11, and 1 Kings 10, 11 through 12. But in any case, same kind of wood being mentioned there. And I assume, like, all of, like, the red sandalwood and juniper and all that, like, that's all similar to each other at least. If not, maybe even different names for the same kind of wood. And then Solomon caps it off by saying, all right, as payment for these things I'm asking of you, I'm going to give you 100,000 bushels of wheat and barley and 110,000 gallons of wine and olive oil. I mean, those were all very common things, presumably, but also, like, very significantly used in their time and culture. Hebrews says 20,000 cores of crushed wheat and barley, which is believed to be about 4,400 kiloliters. Yeah, bushels doesn't really describe the measurement too accurately for most people. Kiloliters, though, like, most of us know what a liter or two of soda looks like. So, especially take the 2-liter bottle. Now get 2,200 of those. That's how much of wheat and barley were given. And then 110,000 gallons. I mean, that's, especially for Americans at least, that's a pretty common measurement. The Hebrew says 20,000 baths, which is also believed to be 420 kiloliters. Now, I guess liters is technically volume, not like mass. So, of course, the dry stuff is going to take up more volume because it's dry and it's less dense. Anyway, whatever. But point is, just a big lump, or maybe not all in one lump, maybe over the course of time, I don't know. But it's like, all right, I know I'm asking a lot of you, so I'm gonna give you a lot of this stuff in exchange. All right, on to verse 11 then. King Hiram sent this letter of reply to Solomon. It is because the Lord loves his people that he has made you their king. Praise the Lord, the God of Israel, who made the heavens and the earth. He has given King David a wise son, gifted with skill and understanding, who will build a temple for the Lord and a royal palace for himself. I am sending you a master craftsman named Huram-Abi, who is extremely talented. His mother is from the tribe of Dan in Israel, and his father is from Tyre. He is skillful at making things from gold, silver, bronze, and iron, and he also works with stone and wood. He can work with purple, blue, and scarlet cloth and fine linen. He is also an engraver and can follow any design given to him. He will work with your craftsmen and those appointed by my lord David, your father. Send along the wheat, barley, olive oil, and wine that my lord has mentioned. We will cut whatever timber you need from the Lebanon mountains, and will float the logs in rafts down the coast of the Mediterranean Sea to Joppa. From there you can transport the logs up to Jerusalem. Solomon took a census of all foreigners in the land of Israel, like the census his father had taken, and he counted 153,600. He assigned 70,000 of them as common laborers, 80,000 as quarry workers in the hill country, and 3,600 as foremen. Okay, I'll get to that in a sec. One thing I realized as I was mentioning, one thing I realized as I was reading this, really these verses collectively, but especially right here, where Hiram mentions his father David, like, that relationship had already been established between David and Hiram. It even said early on in Solomon's address that he's asking for cedar logs as you did for my father David. So it's like this was already something that had happened previously with David as king. So Solomon's not asking something like too off the wall given their history. So Hiram's like, kind of in a way saying, hey, congrats on being named king. And it looks like, your kingdom is set up well with you as ruler. Then he describes the master craftsman who fits the description of everything Solomon was asking for. The one who could work with the silver, the gold, iron, bronze. I don't think Solomon even mentioned being good with stone and wood, but turns out this guy can do that too. Yeah, no, this just says gold, silver, bronze, iron, and the cloths. And being an engraver. Nothing mentioned of the stone and wood. So, Hiram's almost like, hey, you know what? I got the guy you're looking for, maybe even better. Because he can do these other things too. But this is your guy. This is the guy that you want. Trust me. And verse 15 is pretty much just like, all right, I accept your offer of payment. And then he explains how they're going to get the wood from the Lebanon mountains to Jerusalem. They're going to cut it, send it down the Mediterranean Sea to Joppa, and then it can be transported from there to Jerusalem. Note there at Mediterranean Sea, it just says the sea, but I mean, that was like the main sea there, the big sea, as opposed to, the Red Sea, which was also nearby, but smaller and further south. And then this whole census thing, now it's like, hang on a sec, didn't God dislike the whole taking a census thing when David did it? Two notes on that. One, this seems to be just a census of the foreigners in the land, not necessarily everybody. And I think the thing related to taking a census that had been mentioned before, saying God doesn't like that, was a census of his chosen people. So maybe this doesn't fit that criteria. I don't know. But also, there was also supposed to be like some sort of offering given or something in connection with any census being taken that, if I remember right, wasn't done with David's census that maybe was done here. I don't know. In any case, there are some potential reasons why this doesn't necessarily get punished by God, even though the previous census by David did. And so apparently, looking at these numbers, they match exactly the numbers that are up here in verse 2. So those were all foreigners being enlisted to do all this work. Which, I mean, I could understand. I'm not saying it's right, but I mean, you gotta have somebody do the work. And I'm not quite sure what the relation was there or why it seems like it would have been foreigners almost exclusively that were assigned to do this work. I mean, look, having foreigners do common menial tasks isn't something new within society. It has happened all throughout history, continues to happen, really. And in some cases, if it's done, I'm going to air quote, right, like, it's giving them the cheap labor that nobody else really wants to do, but is still, respectable work. And as long as you compensate them for it, then that doesn't mean there's anything necessarily wrong with that. But anyway, okay. So, those were all different preparations for building the temple and how it was going to happen. And that's all I got for 2 Chronicles chapter 2. Now I'm curious. I know it's going to look a little awkward for a sec here. There are 36 chapters in 2 Chronicles, so I don't necessarily need to go off and do an extra chapter in any given week. The only reason to do that would be to catch up to other video types that might potentially be further ahead of the video release schedule. As opposed to, oh, there's an odd number of chapters in this book of the Bible. Let me tack on one extra so that we, end this book of the Bible within a particular week and aren't like crossing over within the same live stream. Anyway, alrighty. So, thus ends our Bible study portion of the stream. And yeah, we'll take a quick little break. I'll run some ads on Twitch, and then we're hopping into Kingdom Hearts 3. Twitch folks, I will see you on the flip side of the ad break. Okay. I am back, ready to get things rolling here with Kingdom Hearts 3. And I titled the stream almost as a thinking to myself, okay, I better be finishing up Kingdom of Corona here, because otherwise I'm taking way too long with it. Alright, just trying to get things situated in a reasonably comfortable way for myself. Might look a little bit weird with the microphone angle and placement and whatnot. That's kind of just what I have to work with at the moment. I guess I could move it out a little bit more here and then, yeah, okay. That's a bit better. Looks like I actually have it in front of me rather than, like, beside me. Okay, so... yeah, I guess let's get rolling here.
I'm looking forward to seeing those lanterns by the castle.
So, we are presumably headed on our way to the castle, like the actual kingdom part of the Kingdom of Corona.
Oh my gosh!
Breathtaking. The last one to slide to the bottom's a rotten egg.
See, but then you put these things here as if I gotta check them out, and there's nothing there. What are you doing to me? Is there anything along the sides here? They make it seem like there really should be some kind of treasure or something. But nope, just random places that you can dash to. Okay.
This is amazing!
Yahoo! Whee! Yahoo! Whee!
Maybe there is a treasure somewhere along that path, but I could go back and get it later if I feel like going completionist.
I just knew the outside world would be full
Which I really
of
don't
amazing
need
things.
to, because I've done a completionist run in
And
this game before.
You helped me find them. Thank
It just
you.
wasn't necessarily public, you know? Forest Clasp. Grants a small boost in strength, moderate boost in magic, and a slight boost in maximum AP. Also got 4 AP boosts. Jeez. Rapunzel's items have been returned to your stock. If there even were any. Flynn certainly doesn't look quite as happy as Rapunzel does.
Well, her dream's gonna come true. They're sending the lanterns up after dark.
Cool. We don't want to miss that.
Okay. And here we are at the kingdom. And there's another save point. Like, we didn't just have a save point a little while ago.
Hey, is that a plaza up at the end of the street?
What's the show?
Anything major at the shop that I would want? Probably not. See, again, it's kind of unhelpful that they only show how many are in stock, not how many are, like, equipped to anyone. New item has been added to the shop. Pulsing shard. Another new photo mission. Okay, well, I'm not gonna worry too much about that right now. That's more of a
Wow. Sure is a
in-between
busy
recordings
place.
kind of thing to take care of.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
Proceeds to get a pumpkin.
I think they're having a festival.
Oh yeah. Forgot that you could do little tricks like that.
Nice.
And got the Carnival Kid Classic Kingdom game.
My mom said it's the latest style.
Yeah.
More pumpkins. Some zucchini.
Yeah.
Tomato. Yep.
Yeah. Whoa.
Twilight Shard. I was gonna say that's not an ingredient, but it kind of is. It's just a synthesis ingredient instead of a recipe ingredient.
It's for the last princess.
Totally not her just thinking, that little baby looks kind of like me.
Come on, everyone. Come dance with us.
Oh yeah, this mini game. Celebrate the festival and strut your stuff. Approach the townsfolk and match their dances to quickly fill the gauge. Mirror their moves by pressing B to spin and twirl, or A to step and stomp. When you've got yourself a partner, press X in the rings of light to clap along. Try pressing Y near the town's features to perform special flourishes. When prompted to, press Y to gather everyone in the middle and dance with Rapunzel. Pay attention to the colored rings of light on the ground and rack up a chain bonus with your perfect prancing. So, a bit of a rhythm section to this. In my opinion, a bit of a better way of going about it than anything that was in Atlantica. Wink, wink. Okay. So it does give you the circles and like button prompts as well. And like the colors of the circles help show you what to do.
Keep dancing. This is so fun. This is so fun.
So yeah, you do this stuff to fill up the gauge in the upper left there.
Keep dancing.
Of course, it's probably going to fill up faster as the combo increases. What's this sun wheel thing here? Oh, is that where? Okay.
This is so fun. Keep dancing. Keep dancing. This is so fun.
It's a nice way to make this scene from the movie kind of interactive.
This is so fun!
Like, it's a bit different, but not, like, horribly out of place.
Keep dancing!
You got it!
Yeah. Okay. Doing stuff with the flag is also apparently part of...
Fun!
That's one of the other options for
You got it!
things you can do.
Keep dancing!
Yeah. So, gotta say, the colors of the circles help immensely with knowing which button to push. And got a magic boost. That's probably also something you can come back to later and, you know, get above a certain combo for a, like, mini-game mission.
I've been looking out a window for 18 years, dreaming about what it might feel like when those lights rise in the sky. What if it's not everything I dreamed it would be?
It will be.
And what if it is? What do I do then?
Well, that's the good part, I guess. You get to go find a new dream.
And this is pretty much shot for shot, like it was in the movie. See, I haven't been watching too many movies lately, so I'm not gonna be able to comment as much on any Kingdom Hearts worlds derived from those as to whether certain scenes are matching up like I could do with this one.
I have something for you, too. I should have given it to you before, but I was just scared. And the thing is, I'm not scared anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm starting to. I'm sorry. Everything is fine. There's just something I have to take care of.
Okay.
I'll be right
How
back.
understanding of her.
It's all right, Pascal.
Is it though?
Wow!
Here comes the interjection of Sora, Donald, and Goofy, and some nobodies.
Have possibly picked a worse time?
I don't think they appreciate the moment, Sora.
It's time for these wet blankets to go.
Alrighty, it's fighting time. I'm not dealing any damage right now, am I?
So long.
There's one down.
Take this.
Ow. Yeah, shot locks. I can do a shot lock. And I thought for sure I had some Keyblade or another transformed. Oh, hello. Goofy Bombardier. Fyra. That I unintentionally did not target at anything. No big deal, just Sora out here straight up defying gravity. Okay, now we got some of these guys, which aren't such a big deal. Oh, I kept pressing Y when I was supposed to press A to follow up on that, dang it.
Back off.
Am I kind of just showing off the Keyblades and their different transformations? Maybe. But honestly, like, it's kind of fun like that. Kaboom. Alright, I'll go ahead and finish that one off. The finishers will automatically trigger themselves, so maybe I don't need to worry too much about doing that. Okay, Flare Force. You want magic? There's some magic. Thanks for the healing. Dang it. I should have known. That attack can be quite the problem. Like, jeez. Oh, geez, no. Rage form was a terrible idea in the moment. Probably. Because you can't use magic while in rage form. Which means I cannot heal. But also, if you feel like taking some chances on some things, using the risk charge can actually get you dealing some pretty heavy damage, I'd imagine. But I still prefer being able to heal. Okay. Got Rising Spiral, Goofy got Damage Siphon. Launching enemies. If you have the Rising Spiral ability installed, you can launch enemies into the air. Press A repeatedly to start a combo, then press B to launch the target. Right. That's the kind of thing I am bad at remembering to do. Because then it's like I have to press a different button in the middle of my combos.
Eugene?
Eugene!
Oh dear, he's run off with the crown and forgotten you.
No, he wouldn't. Who are you?
Forget Flynn Rider. You know where you belong, and it's not with him. Now.
Yeah, that's a bit of a deviation from the movie. It was like some of the other thugs or whatever you want to call them.
Mother?
Oh yeah, like she'd actually be able to take on those
My
nobodies.
precious girl.
Mother?
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
Mother, how did you...
I was so worried about you, dear. So I followed you, and I saw them attack you, and... Oh my... Let's go. Let's go, before they come to.
Who's they? The nobodies that just disappeared? They don't go unconscious like that. That line makes less sense in this context. If it were the bandits or whoever, like it was in the movie, sure. But, you know, I guess it would have been a little more difficult to deviate in the dialogue. Although, like, they clearly had
Hey, isn't
the
that
voice
Rapunzel?
actors available to voice other
Wait!
stuff.
Rapunzel! Oh,
Show some decorum.
Marluxia!
The girl has found her dear mother. You should let them be.
And why is that?
Because Rapunzel is far too important. Atop her tower, she must remain out of sight and live out her days with Mother Gothel.
And never see anyone else?
But that's like locking her in some prison.
That is exactly what it's like. Rapunzel's hair holds the powerful magic of healing. And yes, Mother Gothel wants it for herself, as do others. And if Mother Gothel's actions will protect Rapunzel, preserve her, then she is doing the organization a favor.
What favor?
Let's say she's keeping Rapunzel on the shelf for us. An extra pawn in case you fail to find the remaining Guardians of Light. And we have occasion to call on other Hearts of Light instead. A new 7 hearts to fill out the ranks.
Yeah.
New 7 hearts.
That's another thing that doesn't entirely get
Yes.
answered in this game.
7 who inherited the princess's light after their role was fulfilled.
Like,
So you don't care about her?
You know.
Guys just want Rapunzel for your own purposes.
who
Well,
who
you're
exactly
done
are
here.
all the new hearts?
I just knew you would go and make a scene. Very well. Then it's lights out for you.
Just
You always were such a sound sleeper.
how does he know that about Sora? Maybe that's maybe that's kind of a reference to Chain of Memories and him having to sleep while his memories got fixed. Another scene basically ripped straight from the movie. See, now, like, had there just been one or two of those shapes throughout the room, that could be chalked up as a coincidence, but so many, there's a little more to it then.
I am the lost princess.
Please speak up, Rapunzel. You know how I hate the mumbling.
I am the lost princess, aren't I? Did I mumble, Mother? Or should I even call you that?
Oh, Rapunzel. Do you even hear yourself? Why would you ask such a ridiculous question?
It was you! It was all you!
Everything I did was to protect you. Rapunzel.
I've spent my entire
More
life
specifically to protect
hiding
her
from
hair.
people who would use me for my power,
Rapunzel!
when I should have been hiding from you.
Where will you go? He won't be there for you.
What did you do to him?
That criminal's to be hanged for his crimes.
No.
No, it's all right. Listen to me. All of this is as it should be.
No! You were wrong about the world. And you were wrong about me. And I will never let you use my hair again!
You want me to
You
be
know,
the
I'm sure
bad
there's
guy?
some classic story symbolism to the whole broken mirror thing.
Now I'm the bad guy.
Maybe because Rapunzel's image of herself has been completely shattered from what it used to be. Or you could even say that or something similar at least in relation to Mother Gothel, because now her, like,
Is Sora okay?
kind of role
We don't know.
in the story has
We
changed.
keep
She's
calling
no
his
longer
name and
just
shaking him,
you know,
but he won't open his eyes.
somewhat greedy, protective
Wake
lady.
up.
Now she's full-on villain.
Responsive sidekick. Wait a minute. I know how to fix this. Max, give him a wash.
Sora!
Well, that did the trick. Nice work, Max.
Huh? How did I end up? Oh no! Flynn! Rapunzel's being held prisoner!
That's right. In her mother's tower. This calls for a rescue. Are you with me?
Yeah!
I don't know if we really have canonical weights
Let's go,
of
Max.
all these characters, but I can imagine. It's pretty heavy. And yet Max then gets like a just major, I don't know, second wind or something like that.
We'll take it from here, Flynn. Go help Rapunzel.
Thanks.
I don't know if I have enough focus for a full-on shot lock right now.
Enough already. Get out of our way. So long.
I mean, I suppose I could choose not to fight them.
So long. Yeah. Back off. Back off.
Wow, 6 hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cannot damage that enemy right now. Flare Force.
Here we go. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. There. Yeah. Got him.
That's different for the auto shot.
Go.
See, yeah, there aren't like so many enemies that show up in this part of things that it's obnoxious to fight them all. So that's another part of the reason I'm like, whatever.
You're through.
Dang, that's a lot of health for somewhat normal Heartless.
Fire! Try this! Yeah, back off! Yeah! Back off! So long! Yeah! Heal! Yeah! It's over! Yeah!
I'm hoping maybe I saved Sonic Blade. Yeah, okay.
So long!
That is so nice that changing Keyblades can like you could just kind of stockpile the finishers and stuff like that,
Yeah!
or the form changes or other things like that. Dang, it really doesn't take long to switch between them. But you cannot change just like mid-combo at any point you want, apparently.
Here we go.
Is it just me, or are the Heartless multiplied?
That can't be good. Hurry! Yeah! Take this! Yeah! Yeah! It's over! Go!
No other enemies nearby at the moment. I'm trying to get back to the tower, which means like somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure, is where I need to go.
Here we go!
See, now those other kind of attacks that are more like the limits from before, those I cannot put on hold with another Keyblade.
Try this!
Okay. I'm a little bit surprised that wasn't enough.
So long!
Okay. That does it for that group of enemies. Are there any more? Before we... Nope. Well, okay. One other group here, I guess. Such a large group, too. Seems like a great situation to use the double arrow guns.
Back off! Come on! Try this! Back off! Back off!
I'm trying to hit the big cotton one, or whatever you want to call that. That's not what I meant to do. I was hoping Goofy Bombardier would be the first thing. Anyway, Driven by Faith. Hello. Hopefully I didn't take too long to react to you and respond. I like very much caught up in combat here in the game, and my current layout is such that like it's not the easiest thing for me to see what's going on in chat while I'm playing. Anyway, hope you're doing well, if I didn't say that already.
Rapunzel, I thought I'd never see you again. Huh?
Straight up savage move, just coming up and stabbing the dude. Pretty much purely because he, you know, wants to take Rapunzel somewhere else
I know, I'm
and
going.
actually, like, let her be free. Of course, Gothel doesn't want her to be free. So, like, Anyway, before I continue, I should probably take a look at some abilities and stuff here. Rising Spiral, sure. Doesn't hurt to have it equipped, even if I forget to use it. Air Combo Plus, sure. Nothing else new for Sora there. Donald can have Damage Siphon now, which gives him more MP, which is good. You know, the mage having MP is a good thing. Nope, that is not armor that I just got. Forest Clasp is an accessory. The HP Walker recovers HP as you walk or run. It's like, dude, really helpful, but not as helpful as all the AP that I have on Sora right now. Could give Donald that in place of the arrow cufflink. How much AP does it give? More than Goofy currently has from that. So... Oh, but also a lot more than Donald was... It's... Okay. 013 versus 238. The only reason to keep the arrow cufflink on Donald in this case is because it boosts his air magic. See, HP Converter... Convert all HP prizes to large HP prizes. Oh. That's actually kind of helpful. Less so in the middle of battles. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Donald. Boom. And I don't think it's gonna be a really big deal if I... Yeah. Okay. Keeping all the rest of it the same. Saving again. Okay, so we move toward the tower and then...
Rapunzel, really? Enough already! Stop fighting me!
No! I won't stop. For every minute of the rest of my life, I will fight. I will never stop trying to get away from you. But if you let me save him, I will go with you.
No! No, Rapunzel!
I'll never run. I'll never try to escape. Just let me heal him, and you and I will be together. Forever. Just like you want. Everything will be the way it was. I promise. Just like you want. Just let me heal him.
In case you get any ideas about following us.
Eugene! I'm so sorry. Everything is gonna be okay, though.
No, Rapunzel.
I promise. You have to trust me.
No! I can't let you do this.
And I can't let you die.
But if you do this...
Once again, pretty
But
accurate
if you
to
do
the
this, then
movie.
you will die.
It's gonna be all right.
I will say, it's a good thing that they got the Kingdom Hearts like graphics engine more updated, because otherwise I don't think some of these scenes would look nearly as good as the movie versions. Also, it's like he knew that cutting that would... Was there anything inherently saying that cutting her hair would actually make it lose its power? Like, in particular, I would think the hair that's still attached to her should maybe still have that power. Because it really comes from her, not from the hair.
Fall into darkness. We can't allow her near our pure light now. Her presence would only cast a pall over it.
Oh. So now instead of her, we get this big thing, I guess, to protect the tower and Rapunzel in theory. Yippee!
What happened up there? Yeah. Back at you! Yeah! Yeah! Fire! Fire! Yeah! Back off! Here we go!
Alright. I remember struggling a little bit with this guy the first time I played through the game. Might have been just because I didn't really know all that well how the battle worked. Oh yeah, the birds. Holy cow, Sonic Blade can actually, like, gain some elevation now. Let me make sure I don't forget about shot locks entirely. Oh yeah. So I hear Goofy sneezing, and I'm just thinking to myself now, like, hey, guys, I figured out why Sora was sneezing. What the... How am I supposed to get out of here? Oh, jeez. Okay, up we go, and now the finisher kicks in. I don't know if that's actually going to do anything in this case. Oh, there it's doing some damage. Okay. I'm good with that. Hiya! Dive attack. Oh, forgot I had the magic lock, the magic launcher in play here rather than the regular double arrow or whatever the actual regular Keyblade's supposed to be. Oh shoot, I forgot about those things. What do I have to do to these? Okay. Whatever, I think that fixed it. Thanks for the healing. Oh. Okay. healing does not revive Donald when he's knocked out. So yeah. Turns out all the sneezing stuff that happened in my one previous playthrough, that was all like a status effect kind of thing. Goofy Bombardier. Hiya.
That was close.
Oh, Donald just healed, didn't he?
There.
Trying to remember, did the shotbox do anything different if your Keyblade is in like a different form or whatever? Not entirely sure. Oh, the flower things. Okay, I'm like, please tell me I'm not stuck to those flower things while I am trying to get through this. Oh, come on.
Thank you.
Come on, let me up. Let me at him. Let me at him. Yeah.
Take this. It's over. Take this.
Yeah, the sneezing thing has not happened at all in this battle, though, which I'm like, did I equip something that is making that not happen? I might have. Wouldn't surprise me, really. Ta-da! Victory! Okay.
Don't go. Stay with me, Eugene. Flower gleam and glow. Let your powers shine. Make the clock reverse.
Rapunzel!
Bring back what once was mine.
Rapunzel!
What?
Rapunzel! You were my new dream.
And you were mine. Heal what has been hurt. Change the fates design.
Okay, personal opinion, but I think Tangled, honestly, had one of the better actual, like, love stories of any of the Disney movies out there. Maybe that's just me. Especially any of the Disney princess movies. The classic ones in particular, there was so much just like, oh hey, this guy came and rescued me. Guess we're marrying now.
Rapunzel?
Eugene.
Did I ever tell you I've got a thing for brunettes?
Eugene!
I guess the assumption there is, you know, if he is able to joke around like that, he's okay.
Wow, Rapunzel, you're finally gonna get to see your real home.
I know. I mean, I can't believe it. I can finally be with my real family. I couldn't have done it without your help.
You're welcome.
Well, from where I'm standing, the kingdom couldn't ask for a better princess. And I couldn't have asked for better sidekicks. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much.
Happily ever after.
Mm-hmm. Now, Flynn, you and Maximus play nice.
Huh? Fine.
You're gonna be great.
Huh?
We haven't seen the guy controlling the monsters in a while, so that's one less worry.
But there's still a chance that he might be around here somewhere.
Well, if he comes back and tries to bother Rapunzel again, then Flynn will keep her safe. And we three won't be far behind.
Come on. Rapunzel's the tough one, if you ask me.
True. But nevertheless, I won't let her out of my sight.
Oh, Eugene.
Eugene?
Oh, that's my real name. Eugene Fitzherbert. That's right. I never told you guys.
That's different.
I think it's a great name.
Me too.
Just a
Nice
thought,
to
not
re-meet
letting her
you,
out of his
Eugene.
sight.
Hey. I thought I was the only one you were going to tell?
Don't worry.
I know he means well.
I've saved plenty of Fitzherberty secrets just for you.
Really?
Hey! What are you two lovebirds talking
It's like,
about?
I know he means well, but if you really
Nothing.
looked a little too much into the wording of that, it's like, isn't that
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
not nice to
like
keep
what
secrets.
Gothel was
This
doing?
one is none of your business.
Although, not
Maximus,
exactly,
get
because
him.
Huh?
not letting her out of his sight is not the same thing as not letting her go anywhere.
Ugh, you have got to be kidding me!
And there you have it, the Kingdom of Corona. Ever after, Keyblade with an emphasis on magic. Form changes, Mirage Staff. While form changed, press X to evade and leave an avatar in your place. The next time you use a combo, these avatars will join in with their own magical attacks. Shadow Clone Jutsu? Actually, more like light clone, in this case, probably. Yeah, you too.
Another world where we got doodly squat. You sure this box thingy's even real?
Yes,
Yeah, just how do you know that?
it is etched.
It's what?
Yeah, it's probably what most people thought
Come with me.
when first
Where
hearing that.
to? Those bozos ain't gonna help us. Sora's sure not looking for the box.
Who said anything about following them?
No.
She says it's etched. It's etched in what? Where? Huh? She's probably referring to the Book of Prophecies. But, you know, without familiarity with that whole storyline, it's like, what?
Sora, what about the power of waiting?
You had to remind me?
Well, gosh, we just want to help keep you motivated.
I was thinking about Roxas. He's trapped here in my heart. But he needs a body to be himself again.
Well, don't worry. Yenzo's working on a way to get him free. I'll bet you he's got the perfect body all lined up.
Or at least he's working on it.
You've got the gummy phone, Sora. Why don't you try giving him a call?
I guess so. Yeah, why not?
Oh, hiya, Sora.
Wrong number?
Your Majesty!
Hey, hey, what? Wrong number?
No, Rico and I are visiting Radiant Garden. Actually, we were just about to call you guys, but it looks like you beat us to the punch.
Sora, is something wrong?
I wanted to pick your brain. In order for us to recomplete Roxas, he needs a body, right?
Yeah, to put his heart
Is
in.
it really a recompletion in his case, though? He was, like... Because he was derived from you. His completion is you, is it not? But I guess they mean recompleted in the sense of just, like, having
Replicas.
heart and body together.
Well, replicas are basically human.
What?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't remember. The previous Organization 13 developed replicas, realistic vessels to place hearts in. They're so real, in fact, that you'd actually mistake them for people. And with hearts, the replicas will become people.
Cool. But if we get our hands on a replica, will Roxas look like himself when he's recompleted?
Yup. The replica takes the form of the heart inside it.
That's perfect.
I'll talk
Yeah,
to Ienzo.
Riku has
He was in the
plenty of
organization back
experience
then, so he might know more.
with a replica.
Great. Thanks. Wait. Do you guys think they're after replicas too?
Nope, they definitely said a black box.
Who's that?
The organization and Maleficent. Oh.
I guess we forgot to mention it.
Huh? It's okay. But there's something you guys should know about one of their members.
Huh?
Yeah.
So let the rest of us worry about Roxas.
Explains
and
everything
Naminé for
about
now.
Terra that they
You
were just
journey
talking
on
about, I'm sure.
And keep an eye out for Terra.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Stop that!
They don't change, do they?
Nope, that's their best quality.
Well, we gave Merlin the vestments for Kyrie and Axel. Let's go stop by Ansem the Wise's study.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, does this just trigger after whichever first world you complete, or is it specifically an after Corona kind of thing? Gummy missions. Complete gummy missions to obtain valuable items. Press start to pause the game, then select information. Gummy missions. Collecting. If you have completed a mission, you will receive rewards for it. Next time you open the gummy mission screen, New missions are added automatically as the game progresses. Okay. Well, for now, I would think we should save. I'm like, how do I save? Can I save here? Or maybe I need to actually be in the gummy ship. Alright, so whatever. I will pick things up from here in the next recording. Which I might just hop immediately into. Because, yeah. It's like the ad break kind of already happened. Also, I'm just realizing how it looks like I'm so slouched or whatever. I'm not sure if that's even the right word, but like leaning back makes, I don't know. I am more comfortable that way. It's just doesn't look like very good posture at all. Anywho. Okay. I guess I'll continue recording. Because, yeah, it won't even give me the option of running more ads right now. Okay. So, I guess now it's maybe time to, you know, actually... Oh, it's gonna have me embark from Twilight Town? I guess because in theory you can warp to places that you've been to before. So it just would kind of have you warp from there and then start your journey. Anyway. There's some other gummy ships I picked up. But they're like so lopsided for the most part. I don't know, the supercar looks kind of interesting. But it's still kind of lacking some stuff. Anyway. Oh, I meant to... Okay, begin voyage. I am not worrying too much about, you know, gummy ship customization. Alright, so, now, I'm headed this way. The way I kind of originally wanted to go. But also, like, there's one particular battle in the Toy Box world. At least one in particular that a lot of people have a harder time with than much of anything in Corona. And maybe having some extra levels going into that would make that less of an issue. I don't know. I don't know if I'm headed the quote-unquote right way to get to Toy Box anymore. But generally, as long as you keep following the kind of sort of paths that are made by things in the environment doesn't go too bad. Like, it's hard to get too far off that way. Oh, heck. Also getting some synthesis stuff, breaking these rocks. Or, I mean, yes, they're rocks for sure. I guess it would be maybe slightly more accurate to call them like meteorites or asteroids. Maybe asteroids is the most accurate term, because I think something's only like a meteorite if it's actually like careening towards something. Oh, hello. Right.
How do we reach the world now?
Like this.
Forgot for a second that X is dodging in this rather than B. I'm pretty sure it's B in previous games. Ow. Getting there. Okay. Victory. Hey, got a B rank, but I don't necessarily expect high ranks on like the early attempts at any of these things. Coming mission complete. We received a new commendation. Now, to the toy box. Now it says battle level 12. Was that the case before? I think it was only battle level 8 when I looked at it before going to Corona. So maybe they scale the enemies with your level a bit. I guess that shouldn't really be surprising. They never did actually make this into its own thing, did they? Also, wouldn't the Latin translation of Verum Rex be something to the effect of, like, the true king?
I was watching that! Sorry. But this is no time for television, Rex.
Gotta say, that Giga's pretty impressive.
Really? I like his aura most.
Woody, what gives?
Are they back?
Heartless, yeah.
All right, guys. Today we teach those masked intruders who's boss. Is everybody in position?
Wait, hold on. I don't think I'm emotionally prepared.
Would you calm down? Don't worry, I got you covered.
Literally shows you a lucky emblem within the cutscene.
It's go time.
Gotta say, environmental consistency is on point in this game. Like, literally showing you lucky emblems and treasures and things like that that exist in these worlds within the cutscenes that take place in those areas. Like, they didn't need to do that, but they did.
What in the world? Where are we? Oh my gosh! Have we been shrunk? And look at us!
You know what the magic is for. We have to protect the world order.
Order?
I said order.
Gorge! Who's gonna protect the
Didn't
order
Goofy
from
make that
them?
same mistake in, like, the very first game?
Okay. We go on 3.
We gotta protect the world border.
2. Wait! What are you doing? Who are those guys?
Nothing to worry about here, just your friendly neighborhood heartless slayers. Oh, come on. I'm realizing I totally could have changed equipment between worlds.
Here we go.
But I'm admittedly not the best at remembering these kinds of things. Actually, real quick, does doing a shot lock with the counter shield work any different? No. Okay, exact same as with the plain Keyblade version. This seems like a decent situation for the double arrow guns. Yeah, the auto shot isn't so great though. Not when you have this many enemies around. But I guess maybe that's meant to be sort of like a way to give you options, because otherwise the double arrow guns aren't quite as good against a singular enemy. Hey, aerial recovery. If an enemy attack sends you flying, press B to perform an aerial recovery and get right back in the action. Yeah.
Are they new?
Wait! Oh, you look familiar! I know this! You're
Zora!
Huh? My name's Sora.
Yeah, not Yozora.
For all we know.
Although it is pretty close.
Slow down there, Rex. We don't know them.
But we can trust them. They're the #1 selling heroes in the country.
Yeah.
Right.
Andy's mom must have bought him for him.
Ham's right. Did you see how easily they took care of the intruders? I bet they're here to figure out why all our friends have gone missing, and why Buzz's laser started actually lasering, and all the weird stuff that's been going on. I mean, that's what heroes do, right?
Let's not jump to conclusions.
Yeah. Says the one who thought he was a space ranger.
Smart, Woody.
So you're Andy's new toys?
Toys?
You sure did a number on those intruders.
Those are the Heartless.
The bad guys.
We've been fighting against those intruders for a while.
I knew it!
Okay.
Huh?
In that case, you're all right by me. My name's Woody. Put her there.
Hey,
Now, hold on.
I'm Sora.
Sora!
Actually, my name's Sora.
And I'm Donald.
Well, I'm Goofy.
And I'm Buzz Lightyear.
Call me him. It's a real honor.
And I'm Rex. I'm your biggest fan. In fact, I've been playing your game for months now, and I've already gotten you all the way
And
up
Sora's
to
probably
level
like, game? What
47,
game?
But that Bahamut boss is really tough. Slinky and I can't
Bahamut.
figure out how to beat him.
So,
I wish
Verum
Slinky and the
Rex
others
is
were here.
possibly in the same universe as Final Fantasy?
All troops at attention, sir!
Strangers from the outside. Welcome.
They're all toys? So that's why we look the way we do. Huh?
Excuse me. You said that you've battled those intruders before. Tell us where and why.
Oh, well, we are...
Oh,
Well, you must have come from somewhere.
Take it easy, Buzz. What matters is that they got those intruders out of our way for at least a little while. No need to interrogate them.
Yeah, Buzz.
Woody's right.
Noted.
I mean, wanting some more information isn't
Hey,
bad
have those
necessarily.
intruders, the Heartless, been a problem around here?
No, they just showed up a little while ago.
In fact, those Heartless materialized right after all of our friends up and vanished.
you don't think.
Well, gee, it can't just be a coincidence.
It wasn't always this lonely. One day we woke up and we were the only toys left here. Nobody's heard from Mom, Molly, or Andy. We keep waiting for Andy to come home.
You really care about him.
Yeah. He's the best friend that toys like us could ever hope to have.
All right, we better start looking.
Huh?
Have you got any clues we can go on? Any other strange things that happened?
Well, there's one thing.
One big thing.
Huge, sir!
What thing?
After everyone went MIA, the intruders didn't come alone. They arrived with a guy wearing a hood dressed in black, just like you. As a matter of fact, he's the only other toy we've seen outside of you three.
A black hood? But that would mean...
The organization!
You know who it is?
Not specifically, but the
Yeah.
kind of person
They're
that they
bad
are.
news.
Seems like you have a lot of enemies.
We may have a hunch what's causing all the weirdness. Would you mind if we handle this?
I'm sorry, but we're not gonna leave this to you.
Huh?
If that guy had something to do with our friends vanishing, then he's our problem too. We've got to work together.
Right. So then, where can we find that guy?
Sarge, any word from the recon team?
The latest reports place him in town, sir, at Galaxy Toys.
Then Galaxy Toys is where we're going. Sora, follow me. It's out the window and down the roof.
Not so fast, cowboy. You seem pretty gung-ho about going. But shouldn't we stay here and wait for Andy?
Well, you've got a point, but we've tried waiting. Look, if we go with
How
Sora,
long have you tried
we might
waiting is
find a
the
clue.
question.
Are you with me, Buzz?
Of course. Okay, let's move out.
Come on, let's head over to the toy store.
In a minute. Got some stuff to do around here, though. And we have a map of Andy's house. Alright. Also, before I forget about it, that's 5 and 4 with Treasure Magnet. Ever After is a 2 and 7. Leaf Bracer. Although, don't I already have Leaf Bracer? Maybe. Maybe not. I mean, I kind of like having the stuff from second form. Magic Treasure Magnet. Honestly, as far as, like, the functionality and just the stats, I feel like, honestly, Ever After is a closer match to the Shooting Star. But the double arrow guns are really good for handling multiple enemies. You know what? Still, I'm gonna swap out the double arrow guns with Ever After for now. Okay. Abilities. Yeah. Aerial recovery. That's a good one to have. Okay. That's all I'm gonna change there for now. Let me save real quick. Looking around for treasures in here before I move on to anything else.
I think that's a lucky emblem. Let's see.
Where's the lucky emblem exactly? I know it's up there somewhere. Okay, zoom in. Still not acceptable. Okay, fine. Then I will just go like this.
Let's see. Yes.
There we go.
Good picture.
I'm thinking there might be some treasure up here. Yep. Mithril gem.
Yeah.
Got a pulsing stone. 2 pulsing stones. And a pulsing gem from that. Interesting. Hey, come on. Let me on the ball.
Oh.
There we go. Guess there's no other treasure? Bit surprising to me, but okay. Also, before I head out, I'm gonna go to the workshop. Check on synthesis stuff real quick. Don't know if I had Warhammer Plus at any given point. But honestly, I'm more concerned about the Keyblade Forge. Oh, and it just got another ability as I was leveling it up there. Oh, that was Shooting Star I was just leveling up. Whoops. I meant to do that to Ever After, honestly. Oh well. Let's boost the Kingdom Key a little bit. Form Change Extender, nice. Oh, is that what the other one got too? I could probably look at the Keyblades and see about that. Form change extender. Shooting star got... Yeah, also got form change extender. Sorry, one more thing. If it's just a shield belt, not a big deal in my opinion. Okay, saving again, now that I've made all those changes. Alrighty. Out the window we go, I guess.
Okay, the first thing we've got to do is head down the street.
Galaxy Toys is on the other side of town.
Kaboom. Okay, I will get to that treasure momentarily. Okay, so it kept the counter shield available. Interesting.
Oh boy, let's see if there's more.
Alright, we have some time. Oh yeah. Maybe after I'm done recording this one, I'll see about some cooking. Got an elixir. Nice. Actually, real quick, did I have something equipped to Sora that kept him from... Yeah, sneeze protection. That explains it. Also, what's new in the abilities section? Oh, maybe it's... Yeah, it's just because of Woody and Buzz's stuff. And new equipment, too? Maybe it's also just because of Woody and Buzz. I don't know. Or was there some new accessory that I got? I don't know. No big deal. Boing. Die. Oh, you know what I should do at some point? Shot lock, yeah.
Here we go.
Alright, so they said it's down the street. They didn't say which direction, although I do know. Fire Force. More ingredients.
I bet you there's a lucky emblem here.
Oh. Yes, there is. It is on the ground.
Let's see.
You want to take my picture? All right.
Thundara trinket.
I'll help you find the next one.
Okay, there's something. I'll equip that to Sora. So I'm pretty sure that would have had me come out just, like, directly on this side if I went out the other window. Yeah. Wonder how many copies I can make.
Here we go.
And there's the finisher.
Light.
So yeah. Not bad at all. Another lucky emblem.
Let's see.
Well, I'll help you find the
With
next
the obligatory Pixar A113. Oh, I guess that way could also take me to Galaxy Toys. For some reason I thought it was only the other direction.
Hey, why doesn't that toy move?
I guess it hasn't figured it out.
Figured what out?
I can make it move for you.
Huh?
And it's young Xehanort.
You're from the dream! The first of the Xehanorts!
I'm so honored you remember me.
Oh no! He can move!
Way cool.
Look out!
Not cool when he's focused on you, though.
One heart's shadows fill the emptiness of another. See how they bring him to life? Like heartless and nobodies, they fit together.
Enough! Why are you doing this?
There's a darkness we are missing and must reclaim. The way hearts connect in this world can provide us with a clue. So we made a copy of the world, and then pulled those hearts apart. I wonder how you'll handle the strain.
Wait! What does that mean?
Don't let me down.
Whoa!
Buddy, what is going on? Is this toy a friend or foe?
I think we've got our answer.
Yeah, looks like foe to me.
Yeah, if the Heartless know how to do it, there's no reason you can't.
Do what? Huh? Brilliant! I'm on it!
Go, go, Power Rangers. That's just... The way he sits in it like that, that's kind of the vibe I get. While aboard the Gigas, use left stick to move around, right stick to take aim at foes, right trigger to fire. And then there's the HP gauge, bottom right, energy gauge, left middle. Holding down B will activate the Gigas' booster, depleting this gauge, but keeping you aloft. And then it gives you the controls in the bottom left. Once you've defeated a Gigas inside Galaxy Toys, you can board it by approaching and pressing Y. There are 3 Gigas types, each with unique capabilities. Now. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I was trying to punch. Punch is A. There we go. Alright. Let's hop into another one. Okay, tackle was what I was thinking the one Dash would do before. Yeah, I will say, without piloting your own Gigas, these dudes are tough to beat. Especially if you come here first.
He was being controlled? He wasn't just switched into battle mode by accident?
Buzz?
It's nothing.
I'm confused. That guy in the black coat, did he say he made a copy of the real world? What's that mean?
It probably means they split this world in two. Your friends in one world, us in the other. Only one of the worlds is real, and the other is just really convincing.
You can't be serious. Oh, that's right. You're from a video game. Well, maybe in your game, that's how things work. But here in reality, you can't split worlds.
Huh?
This is ridiculous.
No. Hey.
Woody, let's go.
I admit, it does sound just a little far-fetched. But say we have been taken to some kind of alternate world. That would explain why your laser's real. And is it really that crazy? Worse than evil emperors and protecting the galaxy? Any of that ring a bell?
Point taken. But that just means these strangers are part of the delusion. And I say it's time we parted ways and went home.
Thought we were friends, not strangers.
Look, I get that it seems weird. But we know something's wrong with this place. We should stick together.
Sora's right. They helped with the intruders, so they might help find our friends. They have been there for us so far. You can't deny that. Come on. Every toy deserves a fair shake. Am I right?
Tell it to that toy over there.
Sheriff, sir! Huh? Rex has just been dino-napped!
What's that?
My men saw him get hauled up to the second floor, sir. And Ham and the aliens are MIA.
Come on. We have got to find them.
Please, let us help.
Yeah. Well, Buzz? Do you really think we can save our friends on our own? We didn't get very far before. We gotta take all the help we can get.
Don't worry. Sora can't be reckless. And Donald grumbles a lot.
It's true.
But you can trust him.
I suspect you do.
It's true.
Huh? He does?
See, they don't seem bad. Am I right, Buzz?
If they're willing to take jabs at each other.
Fine. We do need the extra help. But just so we're clear, I remain skeptical about this. I'll work with you till we find our friends.
Okay.
Thanks for the help, Sora, Donald, Goofy.
My troops will return to the field, sir.
So yeah, I think this next part was where I got a little bit confused and mixed up in my first playthrough.
Too bad we're not strapped to a rocket, huh?
Hey, think we could use that?
Oh. It's perfect. Come on, guys.
How convenient.
Gorge, I'm kind of worried about our new friends.
Okay, but while I'm down here, I am inclined to look for treasures. That's just kind of how I do things.
Let's see.
Let's zoom out a bit and... Nah, I probably have to be on the other counter over there.
Let's see.
Oh boy, let's find some more.
Yeah.
I really don't need to hit all these, but, you know... Money.
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
We got some cheese. And a high refocuser. Any other chests around here? Not that I'm seeing. Okay. Back out to the main floor then. Okay, guess I'm not getting to the top of that. At least not that way. Just looking around for treasures and stuff, you know. The usual things you try to find when you're not in the middle of a battle. I wonder if maybe I would have to be piloting a Gigas to, like, blast some things off the displays here. And then maybe that would open up a couple of treasures. I suppose I could get into one over there. But I don't know if it's that big a deal. Okay. Moving on.
Say, this looks like a way in.
Yep, treasure. It's a map for Galaxy Toys. All right.
Oh.
Boing.
3 rails.
Yeah, and each one leads somewhere different.
Well, this one has a 2 on it, so I'm thinking this one would go to the 2nd floor, which is where they said Rex is. Or where they said they saw Rex. Let me into this thing. I'm not fighting another Gigas without my own Gigas. Does make the rest of the battling pretty easy, though.
This might be a good spot to find some ingredients.
More pumpkin. Now, they just said that they saw him on the second floor, not where they found him on the second floor. I think you missed your tackle there. And now, you're gonna get punished for it.
I bet we'll find some ingredients around here.
Yeah, there's a mini game thing I can do here. Look how I just looked at how long I've been recording. I did not realize it was anywhere near that long. Avoid the rolling berries and bump into flans to stack them up. Oh, hello. That wasn't good. Of course, when they, like, directly target me... I'm gonna have to start, like, specifically focusing on certain areas if I want to keep stacking this up. In fact, this area right here seems pretty much perfect. Don't really got any of them targeting me. Oh, geez, there we go. And like this, the floor of the second floor also wasn't in my way there, so, you know. Attraction extender, well, that doesn't really help me. Considering I am not using the attractions. Oh, crud, really? They took my Gigas away. Okay, so maybe it's not that bad without a Gigas. But if I had come here first, it would have been pretty rough. Okay, Gigas down. And a save point. I'll keep going just a bit longer. see what else we got here on the second floor. Especially here in this room. As we get a cutscene.
Wow. Oh, looky there. Whoa. Wow.
Okay.
Huh? Rex!
That didn't look like
Where'd he
Rex.
go?
You sure you
I saw
him?
red.
Yes. He just...
Do you guys hear something?
What's that?
Something feels wrong.
That's more like what I saw.
Another toy's being controlled! Buzz, you sure?
If it wanted to play nice, then it should have stayed away from my friends.
Okay. I'm like, is there a Gigas nearby? I could really use one. Jeez. These guys do quite a bit of damage, though. Okay, well, I win. And I got Speed Slash. Interesting. Oh, there's Rex.
Ow! What's this? Oh no! What did I do?
Nice moves, Rex.
That was great.
Great? Really? Would you say I was impressive?
Very impressive. Rex.
Impressive.
We couldn't look away.
Sorry.
Hooray! Oh, that makes me so happy. Were you watching too? Did you see what I did? I was going for fearsome.
Listen,
Revealing a bit of a fandom of mine.
To Rex.
Do you know
Or
where
a
the others were
thing that
taken?
I'm a fan of.
What do you mean? Did something bad happen?
Back to square one.
Oh, great. Huh? Sarge, have you got a status report?
Sir, one of my men just located Ham forward of our position, in babies and toddlers. The corporal was debriefing him, but something must have gone wrong. All radio contact has been lost.
Anything more specific we can go on?
Right before I lost contact, I heard music with some sort of sonic interference.
Music?
You think it could be the Heartless?
What if it's another big monster?
Let's find out.
I agree.
Actually, I think I'll head back and wait by the entrance. I'm sure those vents are going to be much too narrow for my big dinosaur tail.
Really? I'm sure you'd fit.
Rex is right. Besides, we need a lookout at the entrance. It's an important mission. Can you do it?
Yes, sir!
Okay. Proceed through the vents above Beasts and Bugs. Above the Beasts and Bugs rack to reach the doll section. Okay. Honestly, right now I'm just gonna keep going until I get to another save point.
Yes, I win!
Treasure! Come on. There we go. Strength boost. Ooh. That's nice to have. definitely gonna use that once I get to a save point. Okay, just looking around for treasure. Not finding anything in here yet, aside from... there we go. I was gonna say, aside from the one thing I got at the little punching game there. Oh yeah. More money.
Hope we find some ingredients around here.
Alright. So. This, I believe, is how I work my way up to the vents. Ah, there's a treasure over there. Can I? Nope. Ah, hello. I was trying to do a super jump there. Didn't really let me do it. Hey, alright. With a little bit of flow motion, it's not so difficult to get to some of these places. But yeah. Flow motion nowhere near as broken as it was in Dream Drop Distance, though. There's the vent. Treasure over there, but I gotta go around a little while to get to it.
Here we go.
Oh, come on. My block timing was just a little bit off. Rocket Ruckus.
Go time.
Oh yeah. This. Not sure it really would have let me go through here even with the rocket. Alright. Ooh, lucky emblem.
Let's see.
Nice picture, Sora.
So I could go further up. Where would that lead? I don't know. Open this. Oh, hey, TV antenna. Good morning. I hope you're doing well also. I am pretty good. Trying to get settled into my apartment here. I mean, but by that I just mean, like, I still gotta unpack some things and, you know, make it more comfortable beyond the basic, just like, okay, I've got stuff in here. More comfortable and more organized, but thank you for the hydrate redemption. Okay. What to do now? Oh. I remember having some problems with this.
Now, go, go, go!
We gotta slip through while the fan's stopped.
There!
Good timing.
This round ain't big enough. Yeah!
Okay, I'm gonna wait for the next cycle. Though I highly doubt this is the kind of game that would, I mean, maybe it would let you get hurt from hitting the fan while it's rotating, but I don't think it'd do much more than that. Taxi Troubles, another classic Kingdom minigame. And we have arrived at a save point. So I think that's a good spot to wrap up this recording. Wow, it's been 10 hours? Oh, man, it really does not feel like I've been playing this for 10 hours. But okay, I'm probably gonna change a couple of things with equipment and whatnot and abilities, and then we'll continue from here next time. And by next time, I mean next recording. You all will see me here live making the changes I mentioned. Soldier's Earring. 316 with Defender. Okay. It's 238. Oh, Goofy's got another accessory slot. Okay. Soldier's Earring does seem like a pretty solid option for him. Mostly because of the strength increase. Not gonna give any of those to Buzz or Woody. Just because they would then give those items back, I suppose, afterwards. Or maybe they wouldn't, and I would potentially want those things later. I don't know. Either way. Attack with 3 consecutive slashes. Combo finisher. Okay. Oh, doggone it. I have not been doing the Rising Spiral at all. Attraction extender I do not need, because I'm not using attractions. Other than the times when using one is scripted within a battle. But those are pretty rare. Team attack extender. Extend the availability period of team attack commands. Okay, cool. What else do I have to customize? Oh, I guess just because of having another item available. Right, the elixir and the high refocuser. Yeah, I guess an elixir would probably be the thing to equip there if I'm gonna equip anything. But I, like, don't even go to shortcut set B. Like, ever. Any other items I've gotten that I need to... Oh, yeah. Magic boost on Sora. Strength boost on Sora. Any of it I'm using on Sora. With the slight possible exception of the AP boosts. Sometimes. Okay, so aside from what's... Actually, that shows up in the stock. I should see what's equipped to them. Okay, we got Warhammer and Knight's Shield Plus. So if I ever find another Moogle, I should try and maybe keep that in mind. Okay, that's just the gallery of lucky emblems and information on which ones we found and whatnot. Missed 2 in Corona. And now we got some of the classic Kingdom games. Taxi troubles. Drive the passengers to their destinations. Move to the yellow marks on the map to pick up passengers. Then drive to the flags that indicate their destinations. Be careful not to crash into the other cars marked with an X. Driving and colliding with obstacles depletes your fuel, but you will recover a little fuel each time you drop off a passenger. Carrying too many passengers at once will slow you down. Oh, right. I need to go to the flag. Okay, but that was with, like, no obstacles whatsoever. Or no cars in my way, at least. Okay, so we had 2 passengers that time, but still no, like, opposing vehicles. Eventually it does get to where you have other vehicles causing trouble. So my question is, at this point, how many passengers is too many that it slows you down? I mean, so far I've only ever really had like 2 at a time. Nope, I gotta go up there. So yeah. Now we've got an opposing vehicle. There's also like an oil slick kind of thing going on there. Yeah, the kind of mini-map thing at the bottom left is a significant help. Especially in knowing where the enemies are. Actually, it does seem like having a second passenger there even slowed me down a little bit. I probably shouldn't have gone way over here to start with, but oh well. Maybe that just diverts the opposing car for right now. Yeah, the, like, automatic movement is a bit slower when I have more passengers. And I don't think if you, tap the directions manually that it will let you, move any faster than what the automatic movement would if you just hold down the directional button. Yeah, I'm like, that guy's coming for me. Oh, jeez. Now I'm really in a pickle here. Alright, well then I'll come on over this way and pick up my second passenger. And quickly proceed to drop them off. And then we'll just make our way over here, and yeah. Why did I do that? I don't know. Yeah, the enemy behavior on this one's a little odd. It's like now they're trying to act like they're not coming straight for me. So eventually the concern becomes not only the opposing cars, but also, like, the extra fuel you might use up just trying to avoid those opposing cars. Because, like, now there are 3 of them. And it only gets more and more difficult as you progress. It just keeps adding other vehicles after, giving you some more passengers to pick up with a particular amount of other vehicles. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that right there. That's something you can run into. Where you get surrounded. Wonder how many, like, lives that I have in this. I mean, 3 is kind of the standard for most of these types of games. Whoa, hello. Or is it just that the crashing makes me... Maybe it's just that crashing reduces my fuel. And I only lose the game when I completely run out of fuel. Oh, okay. Didn't see them get there so quickly. And I think I'm out of fuel now. Okay, so there's that game. Next we have the Carnival Kid. Sorry, just looking at times and stuff. Deliver each customer's food order correctly. Press A to grill the hot dogs, add ketchup, or move food to the tray. Press A again to put drinks or fries back. Serve the food. Once an order is ready, press up to give it to the customer. Deliver the correct order to get a high score. Don't overcook the hot dogs. If you see 3 smoke trails, that means they're cooked just right. Right. Kind of like, shoot, what was that one game called? Like Diner Dash or something like that? Oh, it's supposed to have ketchup. That's what I was missing from that one. Okay. I'm like, you've been waiting a little longer. I'll deliver your order first. Just a hot dog with ketchup there. You want fries. No ketchup for you. You want no ketchup in a drink. You want fries, a drink, and a hot dog with ketchup. You basically want the works there. Okay. We got that. Fries, drink, put another hot dog down. Okay. Oh, you were supposed to get ketchup on your hot dog there. Okay. Drink. No ketchup for you. Ketchup, fries, drink. Hot dog, drink. Yep, I guess I ran out of time. Okay, and that's how that one works. I guess there are, like, probably certain score missions that you might want to try to achieve. Okay. And now I'll visit the bistro, see what's new that we can cook up here. And that'll probably wrap it up then. Special menu has been unlocked. Alright, is there anything new that we can cook here? It doesn't look... okay, there's one new of this kind of thing. Okay, we'll begin cooking one. Oh, that was good, not excellent.
Yes! How's that?
If I get it with an excellent, then it becomes a plus version of that dish. There we go.
Nice! All right! We did it!
Bistro has earned a new star, which probably means more stuff becomes available. Or something. I don't know. Another entree over here. Strawberry, tomato, cheese, and basil. I don't see how the whole, like, pepper shaker minigame relates to that, but okay. Oh, come on. I pressed it at the right time. What are you talking about? Can I still cook one? I guess so, okay.
Oh no! Sorry.
Okay, that one I could understand being too slow. Guess I'll have to come back to that. Okay, fine. Okay. With all that being done, I'm gonna save once again. And I think that will do it. Because, yeah, I don't really have any other... well, there's the one cuisine item now. Which, where does that show up? I guess as a material? No? Or, oh, it shows up under the items. Okay.
Hurry, Sora!
Okay. Well, I'd say that is all that I've got planned for today. Or at least for today's stream. See, after the stream comes the fun part where I start editing everything. I say fun a little bit sarcastically there. But alright. So, I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. Hopefully I will see you soon for another. I'm now... Anyone that might have been in yesterday, I had mentioned possibly moving these Saturday morning streams to Thursday nights, but now I'm realizing, well, maybe there's another reason to keep them generally on Saturday mornings. So, went to the local, or one of the local card shops to see about, you know, doing Magic the Gathering, getting back into that. And turns out Thursday night is kind of one of their bigger nights for people to come in and play. So, now the only other thought might be, because there's another card shop that isn't too far away either, probably a little bit further, but still probably within like a 15-minute drive. So, if that was more like, you know, if Fridays were more available there, Friday evenings in particular, that would probably be, I'm going to air quote, ideal for me. Because then I could generally do my streams Thursday nights, because, like, most Saturdays are probably okay, but I know there's some stuff here and there that comes up. In fact, that will be coming up over the next month that'll make Saturdays not so available for me. So, whether or not I intentionally have a different stream time in general, those specific times I would have to move my Saturday morning recording session type stream to some other day. So, like, I see far fewer things other than possibly, otherwise lacking ability to play Magic with some people here and there. That's the only other thing that has me questioning Thursday nights. Well, and if I ever got asked to work some overtime on a Friday morning. But, I don't know. It's stuff that I'm figuring out, though, and hopefully over the course of the next few weeks we'll have a solid answer for. So make sure you have a look at my various social media pages to, keep up with my latest updates on that. And that's about all I've got for you then. I've got a raid target picked out for Twitch. So I will go ahead and get that initiated. And that is going to do it for me for today. So I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully I'll see you again soon for another stream. Feel free to check out YouTube videos in the meantime. But whatever ends up happening, until I see you again, stay cool, everybody.